I think the key lessons about starting a business is I looked at lots of different options when I was and I ultimately ended up starting Fish for Thought. But I did look at other food things and considered it for a long time, over a number of years. And but I think there kind of comes a point for most people, and there came a point for me where I just knew I had to give it a go. And I think all of us, myself included, build up lots and lots of barriers and loads of reasons why, and there's always lots of people that will tell you why you shouldn't do things. I had people in PepsiCo who thought I was literally nuts to leave a really great job and lots of different opportunities to go and do something in Cornwall. And on reflection, we're probably a little bit patronising, some of them. And I think there just comes that point, and you just need to know when that point is where you have to make a decision. I think because I looked at this for quite a long time, I also became quite good at identifying what the real risks were, not what that if it didn't work that my whole life would be at an end. I think you can build things up so that there's so much risk associated with it that you don't do anything, and it kind of paralyzes you. So the truth is, and I kind of got to this point in my own mind where if I left a good job and started a business and it didn't work, then yeah, it would cost me some time and it would cost me some money, but it would not be the end of the world. And I realised that I had it within myself to, worst case scenario, go cap in hand back to big companies and say, "This didn't work. Can I have my job back, please?" But I think fortunately that's not happened, and it's getting beyond that point. I think the other really important thing, and I've been so lucky, is you have to have an aligned partner. I couldn't imagine doing, taking all of our family savings and putting them into a business if my wife Lucy wasn't absolutely 100% behind it and trusting that between us we'd figure out a way through, and the end result would be better. So that's really, really important. You need to be willing to do everything. I'm quite fortunate. I don't mind trying most things. I'm not great at all things, but for a period I was the best delivery guy in Cornwall. And you need to be willing to learn and to do everything, particularly if you've come out of a small business, out of a large business, because you have this huge support infrastructure, and when you start a business, that's not there. So you need to go and find that, because and you can do that by talking to other people, asking for help and support. You'd be amazed how many people will give you their time and advice. So I really would recommend that you do that. But I think the key lessons are, willingness to roll your sleeves up, work really hard. Don't be paralysed by fear of failure, because the worst thing that can happen is very often nowhere near as bad as you think. And when you write it down on paper, what's the worst thing and what would I do about it, actually it can free you up to take those first steps.